What's going on, y'all? It's Elijah Locks. Today we got another Prize Picks video for you guys. In today's video, we got the MLB player props for this July 8th Taco Tuesday Prize Picks slate. We got three players that I really like on the board, and I hope you guys told yesterday's MLB video we went 2 out of 2 on our picks. It was actually our first MLB video of the season. We've been just sticking with NBA and WNBA, but again, we're going to be getting into MLB some more just because WNBA has just been inconsistent for us. There's been so many blowouts whenever we're chasing the closest spread games and like everything, but it's just that point of the season where it's heading into that all-star break. So these players, it's like similar to NBA, that little stretch after like the first quarter of the season to the all-star break. Again, players kind of get worn out and whatever, don't really like give everything. So we're just gonna be staying away from that, be looking at some MLB props. This was yesterday's video. We gave you guys player of the day, Noah Cameron, over his pitcher strikeouts at 4.5. He ended up having 7, and then Ramy Gonzalez over his hits, he ended up having 2. So that one did go 2 out of 2, and then this was the last WNBA video. Again, this game was 30-point blowout, so that one hooked out of 2 out of 3. And then I did this personal 6-man for Flex Friday. This last one I didn't upload it, but again, I feel like I'm pretty solid on the MLB picks. Just really haven't been doing the videos because I like enjoying basketball more, and again, just don't feel as confident in explaining the picks, although I feel confident in finding the picks, if that makes any sense. But if you guys haven't been tuned in with the channel, we just partner with Parlay. It's a new sports betting app similar to Prize Picks, same mechanics and everything. So again, if you guys are looking for something new and would like to hop on a different app, again, same exact thing with actually better payout shifts and whatnot. So again, if you guys want to play the same exact play on Parlay, you got a higher payout boost. And again, if you guys would like to try it out, make sure whenever you guys are signing up, you use this code LIJALOCKS right here to get a $5 free game and a $100 deposit match. So again, $5 free game without having to deposit anything. I would recommend hopping on this one if you guys would like something else new to try. But without further ado, we're going to go and hop into the props for this July 8th MLB slate. Should be a pretty solid one. So without further ado, our player of the day in today's video, we're going to be looking at a pitcher, Holmes, over his strikeouts at 4.5. I feel like this line's pretty solid. Last 10 games, he's gone 4 out of 10. Not the best, obviously, but he's had some tough matchups. Specifically in his last 5 games, again, 2 out of 5. Tampa Bay, Atlanta, Milwaukee Brewers. All these teams are pretty solid against right-handed pitchers, both within like the top 10 quartile and just K percentage and everything. So again, definitely been tough matchups for this guy. But now we have this one against Baltimore. I feel like this one should definitely be a solid matchup. He's been averaging 5 innings pitched against these last couple games that he's actually ended up pitching. He's had a couple game break. Now he's going to be back in there. Really like this matchup. Baltimore versus right-handed pitching. They're ranked 27th in the whole season so far with a 23.4 K percentage, which is great for us. That's what we like to look for. And again, their last 30 games, they've still been struggling, ranking at that 24 spot with a 24 K percentage, which we'd like to see. So again, last 30 games, they've definitely been vulnerable to that area. This dude loves to throw sinkers, a 38% sinker rate. And if we look at them against opposing, or their batters against opposing, whenever their pitchers throw sinkers, there's only been one guy that has a pretty solid K percentage right here. But outside of that, all these other teams are pretty vulnerable against, or all these other players are pretty vulnerable against that. As you guys can see, we see all that green area. So almost 40% of the pitches are coming from that, and we see that many greens. More than likely, it's definitely going to help us out on the K percentages, him being able to get those strikeouts on top of them having a 24% K rate in these last couple matchups. So I feel like this one should be a pretty solid one in my opinion. Again, these last couple games, the only reason why he's gotten under, this is like a top 5 team against right-handed pitcher, top 10 team against right-handed pitcher. Tampa Bay, also another very good team. But if we look at if the Colorado, for example, a very vulnerable team, similar rank to Baltimore against opposing teams in K percentage. Again, similar outcome with 6 strikeouts that he ended up having. So I feel like this one should be a very similar game. Comparing it to Colorado Rockies, obviously they've been having a really bad season, and this Baltimore team is definitely having a very bad K percentage so far throughout this season. So similar matchup, I believe we should have a similar outcome when he sees around that 6 strikeout marks. At least 5 should be pretty solid for us. His batter's faced, he's been seeing a good amount in his last couple games that he's pitched, on average 23. So again, as long as he hits that 24% K percentage mark in this type of game, which I believe he should, more than likely he's going to be able to get his 5 strikeouts or above, which we like to see. So that's going to be our player of the day in today's video, Holmes, over that line right there. If you guys didn't take anything from the video, I would always recommend the player of the day is that case for rock with this prop right here. Second player on today's video, we're gonna be rocking with Ramy Gonzalez again. We took him last video, same matchup, same everything. Love the value on this play. I feel like his 6.5 fantasy score should be pretty free for us. More than likely, this one will get bumped up in the near future. Last game yesterday, or last night, this night, whatever you guys are seeing this video. His line was at 5.5, got bumped to 6.5. I like it either way against the Colorado Rockies. They do have a left-handed pitcher, so if we go to this little hits line instead of the fantasy score, we can see the stats. Majority of these games, he's been seeing a lot more plate appearances, again, because these games have been just being high-scoring ones, good games, and he's actually exceeded his fantasy score game or line in like 7 straight games at home, averaging 10 plus, which we love to see. And then if we look at him against left-handed pitchers, he's definitely been a just threat. He's averaging a .393, which is insane. Again, one of the best hitting rates inside of the whole MLB against left-handed pitching. So again, almost a .4, which we love to see right there. I feel like the value on this play is super high. And then if we look at the pitcher, his batting average against opposing right-handed batters, he gives up a .332, which is pretty solid. And again, just overall, you can't really make up the stats like the information breakdown that I showed you guys last game. This is definitely a good spot. He's so good against left-handed pitching, and again, that line just speaks for itself right here. So I feel like this one should be another good matchup on top of the one that he's been having recently. His last couple games, he's been killing it. 6 straight games. He's had multiple games with huge ones, and again, last matchup, he just saw a total of 24 fantasy score. So again, he's one of the few players that are very good on this Boston Red Sox team against opposing left-handed pitchers, and he's definitely been carrying the workload. He started the game pretty slow, but then just turned up at the end and really went out there and did his thing. And like I mentioned, this little insight, Ramy Gonzalez has exceeded 6.5 fantasy score in 6 straight games at home. So again, he's definitely comfortable. Now he has a matchup against a pitcher who is just super vulnerable, or who he's actually very good against. Which should be vulnerable against this guy. And again, on top of everything, he's been doing his thing at home. Averaging 14 fantasy score. Now he has a perfect matchup against a pitcher where he averages almost a .4. Again, you can't really make that up. So I feel like this one should be another good game for Ramy. Going on the over for him again as our second player on today's video. 6.5 hitter. He's not even on that one yet. But Ramy Gonzalez, fantasy score. Let's see, where's he at? 6.5 right there. That's going to be our second player on today's video. And then with the last and final player that we are rocking with, we're going to be looking at another pitcher, a goblin line though instead. Ryan Pepiot, I think that's how you say his name. Sorry if I butchered it. But over his 4.5 strikeouts, I was looking at his normal line. I feel actually no, we're gonna be rocking with his normal line. Sorry, I just put it in here. Forgot to switch it over. But I locked in his normal line at 5.5. It got taken down for a moment when he was first on there, so I was just throwing it in there as the placeholder. But I like Ryan over his 5.5 strikeouts. His last couple games, last 5 games, he's gone 4 out of 5. Only missed 1 game. Again, Baltimore, they were just hitting crazy against him. So again, he only pitched 1 inning though, so it doesn't really mean anything. But outside of that, again, this dude typically does very good. Now he's going against the Detroit Tigers, who are ranked 25th against right-handed pitchers with a 23.1 K percentage, which is a bottom 5 team in the whole MLB, averaging 23 K percentage, which is pretty solid. And again, if we look at them, this dude loves to throw fastballs. If we look at them against opposing fastballs, there's really only 5 players that are solid against them, but the other players batting against them are pretty vulnerable. The K percentages is pretty bad in that green area. So again, this guy should definitely have a night, throwing majority, almost 50% fastballs, and majority of the team don't have the best K percentage against that area. Again, more than likely, we're definitely going to see 5.5 strikeouts all season. This dude's been pretty solid. He's been coming off of a nice hot last couple games, last 10 games, last 6 games specifically, 8, 9, 11, 7, and 9 right there, all solid performances. And I believe this one should be another good one, again, just from the K percentage, the ranking and everything against right-handed pitchers. I feel like Detroit should have a tough time, and we should definitely be seeing a lot of strikeouts from him against that fastball especially. So Ryan is going to be our last and final player on today's video over that strikeouts line right here at 5.5. And these are my 3 players I'm rocking with for this Tuesday, July 8th Prize Picks MLB slate. Again, player of the day, Holmes, 4.5 pitcher strikeouts. Second player, Ramy Gonzalez, 6.5 hitter fantasy score. And then last and final player, Ryan, over that 5.5 pitcher strikeout. So a nice little 6x payout, throwing $20, win 120. Again, nice little profit of 100. I feel like this one should have a great chance of hitting. You guys can mix and match these though, however you guys want to, from the information and breakdown that I showed you guys on this video. Just from this little tool that I use on Outlier. Again, you guys could take whichever ones. I told you guys my favorite one, which is Holmes. But again, I feel like all three of these guys should have great value on hitting the over. So I'm gonna be rocking this 2-man personally. If you guys would like to tell, hopefully you guys do. I feel like this one should be a good one. I'm pretty confident in it. And that is pretty much all I got for you guys on today's video. Again, please drop that like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Going to be uploading a lot more MLB content in the near future. So again, if you guys are a fan of baseball, MLB, all that stuff, again, make sure you guys subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Going to be definitely uploading consistently right here for Major League Baseball. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys on today's video. Again, if you guys haven't joined already, we got a free Discord. Link is down below in the description of this video. Just repost announcements, player props, player of the days, all that good stuff. So again, if you guys would like to join, we might upload some WNBA. I haven't looked at it yet, but I believe there are some solid games in there. So I might upload another like parlay for the WNBA slate that we got going on if I find it any good. So again, that would be posted up in the Discord. So make sure you guys join that down below. But that is all I got for you guys in today's video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see today.